Hi guys, welcome. For those of you jumping on live, let me know where you are tuning in from. For those of you watching the replay, comment below and still let me know. I want to know where you guys watch from and how much value you get out of these. So I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. I posted on Facebook if you guys question if you ever feel icky selling. And I had so many people reach out privately and on that post saying, yes, how do you sell authentically? And I've been doing sales now for years. I had been partnering with a really good friend of mine and a very successful business coach, Shanda Sumter at Heartcore Business. And I gladly partnered with her to share her programs and her products because they changed my life. And I learned so much from her. She's incredible at what she does, and she mentored me and allowed me to bring what I learned there into my own business. But there's this other piece of selling that I think, and especially people in network marketing or coaches, they feel like maybe they don't want to come across icky or pushy, or maybe they're thinking that they don't have value to give. Hi Marissa, I can't wait to see you tonight. Yes. So we want to talk about this. I want to talk about this because this is something I'm really passionate about. I am so passionate about people stepping past their limitations and going after what they kind of said yes to. Because here's the deal. You started in your business, say you started in network marketing. You started because you were pulled to it. There was a reason. You could see the vision, or whoever was talking to you was giving you the benefits of what is possible for you. And so there was a glimmer of hope. And then all of a sudden, when it comes to sharing it, freak out happens and you decide it's not for me. But this is the thing, you guys, is every single day we're selling. We're selling. I was selling all the last 2 weeks outside of my business, and I was selling who I thought was going to win the fight of the century. We do it all the time, right? Women in relationships, women to their husbands, to their partners, we're constantly selling them. We're selling them on what we want to do, what we want to buy, where we want to go for dinner. And they're selling us. We do, I don't have children yet, but we do it with our children, right? We're constantly trying to bring what we believe forward. So for me, it was easy to share who I was selling or who I was rooting for, or heck, you guys, I have so many people saying, you need to watch Game of Thrones, you need to watch Game of Thrones. You don't get paid to share that, but it's your passion. But as soon as we link in a commission or an investment, we freak out. So why is this? Why do we do this? And how can we get through it so we actually can start to share what's in our heart? And I wrote a couple things down. Is really the first place that I always like to start with people is it's not necessarily about the sharing that is freaking you out. It's that you know you're going to get a commission from somebody, or you know you're going to ask for money from somebody, especially if you're just starting out in business. So the way around this is we have to have a shift in perception. So this is what a miracle is, right? It's a shift in perception. And as soon as you get out of your head or get out of what the ego is telling you and back into your heart, your vision, what you want to create, you start to get back into that flow. See, my belief might be different than what yours is, but I believe God does not place anything in front of us that is not, especially if it feels good, that is not for us to step into and grow from. Now, if somebody approached you, let's say with a network marketing business, and you felt completely turned off, you were like, no way do I want to do this, and in some way you were roped into it, then yeah, then it's not for you. But if you were led to something and you thought like, oh, this sounds really cool, or I love what they're doing, I could do this too, and it felt good, and you put your credit card in with grace and abundance, and you could see a vision for it, then we need to keep dancing in the fear, because then the fear is not true and it is just trying to take you out. So whatever we place a meaning onto is what expands for us. So if we're placing a meaning onto thinking we're being icky or salesy or no one's going to want to partner with us, that is creating our reality. So when I work with a lot of my team on this, the first step in all of this process is to trust your first reaction. Did you want to be a coach? If you were like, heck yeah, I wanted to coach, I have this passion, I want to scale my income, I want to have more freedom, continue to latch onto that. And when you can connect into the reason why you said yes in the first place, you can start to see your vision. And when you're leading with one foot in, one foot out, when you're being wishy-washy, no one's going to partner with you. And this is why people at the beginning of their network marketing or the beginning of their coaching or any business that they start, because they're letting fear take over their heart, nobody is partnering with them because of the energy they're putting out. Does this make sense? If you stood there in so much confidence, even if you had 0 people you're working with yet, but you had so much confidence in where you're going and where you're going to take your team or your client, you would have such a high energy and such a high vibe that when you reached out to somebody, you knew your work was of highest service and highest value, that they would feel that and they'd say, sign me up. Sign me up. You didn't have to do any selling. You had to literally share what was possible for them. And going back, some people, I think, in the sales process kind of muddle things up. They're trying to lead with all the wrong things. They're trying to lead with, the structure, like what somebody's going to get in a coaching program. If you see Ryan and I sharing about Rise Up Spirit Rebels right now, you see me sharing about my Goddess Boss Tribe growing. I am not telling you that my Goddess Boss Tribe gets a call every Thursday night. We talk about coaching, we talk about fears, and in our Rise Up Spirit Rebels community, we get 4 calls a month, and you get a Facebook community. We don't talk about that because you don't care. What you care about is if we led with the benefits of what is available for you. As soon as we lead with what you want and show you what's possible here, your lens opens. And when your lens opens, you're like, oh my God, this is what I've been looking for. I can't wait to be a part of that tribe, or I can't wait to share this with my friends, because I can actually see what's possible for me. So when you lead with the benefits and you're landing at somebody's heart, that's when it's going to be a flowing transaction. You're not having to sell. All you're doing is showcasing what is possible for them. But you guys, you do have to have belief in what it is that you're coaching on, what it is that you're sharing, a team vision. Especially if you're new in network marketing and you do not have a vision yet for where you're going to take your tribe, it's going to be harder for you to sign people up. People always want to know what's in it for them, and they are looking for someone that they can say, yes, I want you to lead me, because maybe I'm a little scared, maybe I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm looking for that mentorship. And then all you need to do is take them away. Sorry if you guys can hear golf balls. We live on the 18th hole up at the golf course, and there's a tournament going on, so there's a bunch of people hitting balls, and I can hear them really loud, so if you can too, that's what's going on. So I hope this makes sense, you guys. Hi, Tammy, so good to see you. And then again, going back to the truth of selling, you're just selling you, right? So if you're using social media like I do, most of my team and most of our clients do use social media. If you're not selling you and your lifestyle, no one's going to want your life. If you're boring, no one's going to want it. So this is a good opportunity that if you feel like you're forcing something or coming across icky, where are you not using your products every day and not feeling embodied with them, that you can openly share on social media your lifestyle? Or where, if you're selling freedom and opportunity, like I love the products I partner with. I love leveraged income. I love building team, because I know that when women or people come together, we rise together. I don't want to see people stuck on the side anymore. I don't want them to limit themselves anymore. I want to be that resource and that team that comes together as a huge energy, and we rise up together. And so by me sharing freedom, what that looks like for me, working from home, welcome to my living room. It's almost 11 a.m. We have a coaching call here in about an hour. Today I get to do a sneak peek call for my group tonight to help more people see what we do behind the scenes. This is all my creative process that I get to do, and I'm going to share it with you guys. And I hope that when I share what I share, that I'm never coming across like I'm being icky or forceful, that you get an actual sneak peek into my life and into my home. And if we go out on the weekends, you get to see where we're going. We've been doing pie a lot lately. There's this beautiful homemade pie place by our house, and we go every Sunday, and that's kind of our new thing. We share that. We go to the beach. These are things that people want, but you don't have to sell yourself all the time. You can just share what you're doing, and then people are going to ask you what you're doing. And that's all you do, especially if you share opportunity or you're coaching, especially if you're sharing what you coach on. This is another thing. Coaches. I made most of my money by being so authentic with you guys in my process. If you were in my mind or in my world 6 years ago, before that, I mean, for most of my life up until about 6 or 8 years ago, I was a completely different person. I was so shy. I had lacked so much confidence. I, had no spiritual connection that I actually was aware of. I was broke, so broke, $60,000 in debt, couldn't even afford groceries, broke. And I shared that with everybody. And I remember the turning point in our business when I actually opened up and shared that, many of you probably heard the story, when we were so broke, I was laying on the ground and we had hung those IKEA floating shelves. And I remember that we were trying to get just something to eat. And I looked up and I'm like, oh my God, it must have been when we first moved in, Ryan shoved 50 cents behind the flowing IKEA shelf so it wouldn't wobble to keep it up. And I looked up and I'm like, oh, 50 cents. I can literally go buy a banana. And I just totally was excited. And for the longest time, I didn't want to share that. I didn't want to share it because I wasn't healed from it at the time. So you have to heal before you share. But then even after that, I didn't want people to know where I came from. But what turned my business around and when I started to sell better is when I could relate to people and they could understand where I came from. They could understand my emotion and the breakthrough that I had. So you always want to lead with vulnerability. I believe it's our duty, and we go through things in our life to be vulnerable, to actually show what's possible to other people instead of holding it within. Every breakthrough that you have, every transformation, that's what you share. And when you're sharing from your heart and not giving a flying flip what anybody is going to think of you, people will fill your inbox or people will reply to your emails. It's just living your life and sharing it with people, but sharing your parts that you know had the biggest impact on you. And why would you hold that back from anybody? If one person could have a transformation from your story and what you did, I think it's really important that we get out there. So going back to reaching out to people that you might feel icky, shifting your perception first of all into your vision and how you can see that this is benefiting somebody and your business is not about you. It's not about you. If you're in a product-based business and you have a physical product to offer to somebody, instead of thinking oh, I know this family needs it, but I don't want to tell them it's $500 because that's a lot of money and they probably don't have it, and then you get caught off on a tangent and your fear comes in and nothing happens. And you beat yourself up thinking you're not good enough at this or you can't make this business work. That's bullshit. Bullshit. What if you came into this thinking, oh my gosh, my intuition told me I have to reach out to Tammy. My intuition's like, God, Tammy is really on my heart today. I'm going to follow that guidance. I'm going to reach out to her. I'm going to see how she's doing. And if she tells me that she needs support anyway, what if I offer her this product or opportunity or service that I offer because it's going to help her? And imagine Tammy says, yes, I'm ready to partner with you. She's a client of ours. And she completely has a transformation in her world. And if I didn't have the courage to go and say, this is what you need because I deeply believe in it, maybe her life never would have transformed or maybe wouldn't have happened as quickly as possible. Right? So shifting your perception in sales is the biggest piece, is remove yourself from the equation because it's not about you, it's about them. Trusting that whatever you are divinely led to is for you and latch onto it. Latch onto it. There was a reason you got started. You would not have gotten started in a coaching business or a network marketing business if you literally thought all you had to do was sleep and wake up with $1 million in your bank. No. You knew there was going to be some work to it. So what did you think when you got started that was going to happen? And go back into that piece of you, that courageous piece that said yes, because it is there still guiding you. You just need to tap into it. And imagine what it would feel like when you get out of this fear and you get back into alignment and you lead by example and you share your life and your transformation, imagine how many lives are going to be impacted from that. Just imagine. Does anybody have any questions on this? On sales? Anybody? Let me go back and see if anyone left any questions. Hi, Jennifer. So good to see you. Hi, Olivia. Good to see you. Awesome, you guys. Also, a big piece in selling or sharing is knowing what your tribe is always a reflection of you. So when you can speak to who you were 5 years ago, if that's on, hi Clarice, so nice to see you. If that's on social media and you speak to who you were 5 years ago, they are going to feel that because they are you. That's why they were energetically pulled to you in the first place. They are you. And if you can talk into the fears that they might be facing and give them a solution, that's where that trust and that relationship is built, and they're ready to go. Most of my Goddess Boss personally enrolled came to me because they said, I felt like you were speaking to me, and I felt like I'm exactly where you were, and you have what I want, and we can, I can learn from you. Now, I am blessed because I do have coaching skills, so most of my team gets coached through their fears. This isn't like any other network marketing company or opportunity that I've been a part of, because I didn't really know. I just felt like once someone's not running, I'm just going to let them stay and let them figure it out themselves. But now I'm grateful that I can actually help everyone that says I'm ready to go through their fears and get them into motion, because that's all it is. If you want to know why the 1% of all companies succeed and the other ones don't, it's because the other ones just either are not willing to do the work or they're not being helped enough through their fears, is what I believe. No one's helping them through their shadow selves, right? And that's what I love to do. So Tammy says, I must admit, going into network marketing, I had no idea the inner work is being done. I don't know what that means. Is be doing. Connie, it's about self-worth, sharing yourself, and knowing that it's right for some people, but not for everyone. Yeah, and you're not going to be for everyone. I'm not for everyone. Some people are like, no way do I want to run a business with intuition. I want to run a business with hustle and grit and blah. Awesome. They both work. Both ways work, but it's if you resonate with certain people or not. The people that joined us in our Rise Up Spirit Rebels community and are continuing to join us, they're like, the reason we call them Spirit Rebels is because they feel this call to merge in their gifts and what they're sharing to make money. And I think that's where we are right now in the world. We're not, in my opinion, we're not here to force through things, right? We want to tap into our spiritual gifts and what we're really good at and share that. Thank you, Donna. Thank you for being your authentic self. The call tonight, Connie, will be 30 to 45 minutes, probably closer to 45 minutes. We like to share a lot. Jennifer, do you have any advice when those you connect are dealing with their fears and blocks any opportunity? Yeah, so again, I learned this a lot from my mentor, Shanda. The first step is we can't assume what people want or what they desire. We don't know. So if somebody is looking at your opportunity is available for them, instead of just assuming, you need to asking what it is that they want, why they want it, and really getting clear on how what you have will give them what they want. And when you're meeting somebody and speaking their language into, here, this is going to help you. You just told me you want to make $10,000 a month, let's say. Well, my team, we're growing by 25% every month. This amount of people are coming in. I can easily show you the plan to get there. Are you committed to get there? I know $10,000 a month is important to you, but why is that important to you? And they're going to say, well, I don't know. I want to go have more time freedom with my kids. You still want to go a little bit deeper than that. Maybe they've never taken their children to Disneyland, and that completely makes them well up, and they cannot wait to make $10,000 a month so they can take their kids to Disneyland and every year put that on the books, or I don't know, send their children to college. There's a reason within them that you still need to tap into, so they are so open that they're receiving what it is that you're saying, and their fears won't matter then when you're tapping into their pure, their why, their deep why. People don't go deep enough into why people want things. Yeah, Tammy, rock it. Girl, you have so much opportunity right in front of you. Go rock your network marketing business with so much authenticity and so much passion and so much Tammy bonanza. People are going to love it. How do you find your tribe? So I believe that, there's many different ways. I've built an email list. I have blogged. I have run Facebook groups. I've done everything. I think the biggest piece for me is that when you're living so passionately and speaking so freely on what you believe, the people will find you. People will start to share your shit, and they're just drawn to you. Most of our conversion happens when we're giving a lot of value. So say, running a Facebook group where we're not asking for anything, we're just coaching them. And I say we, because my fiance Ryan and I do this all the time. We just give so much. And I think even if people didn't hire us, they'd still walk away with a transformation, and they could still take, what we were sharing and have a breakthrough. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to hold anything back. So your tribe happens when you are aligned in your message. But of course, there's different strategy you can do, going into different Facebook groups and building connection there. Hi, Krista. Good morning. I was going to text you after. I need to come over. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? How do I get back to this? Oops. I don't even know. Oh, there we go. Oh, hi, Rye. So good to see you. Yep, strong point of view. Yeah, you're welcome, please. Hi, Melissa. So good to see you. Does anybody else have any questions on this? I know, Krista. Krista, we have to come over. We have things for you. And I also need to do my nails. Anybody else have questions on this? If you guys are really, really, really ready to have a breakthrough, just send me a note. Ryan and I are running the Rise Up Spirit Rebels community. Ryan, stop that. Oh my gosh, this is what I deal with. Let me know if you have any questions. We are happy to support you. And for those of you wanting to know what else we do, inside of my network marketing organization, we're leading a sneak peek call tonight that you're going to want to be on. But you guys are so funny. Okay, I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Keep commenting below, and I will come back and answer questions after my next call. Have a good day. Bye, guys.